Straight ahead on WBKB, health officials pause the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
Plus, if you're looking for work, you may just find your dream job at the next pop-up job fair. And the summer concert series may return to Bayview Park this year.
You are watching Thunder Bay News Network. WBKB News at 6 starts now.
This is WBKB News at 6. An in-depth look at news, weather, and sports. From hard-hitting news stories to local events, we're there with coverage you can count on. You're watching WBKB News at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Tyler Cruz.
And I'm Sherry Stewart. New health concerns over the Johnson & Johnson coronavirus vaccine are prompting health officials to shelve it for now.
The state health department has asked all providers in Michigan to temporarily stop administering Johnson & Johnson's vaccine. Deborah Alfarone reports from outside FDA headquarters in Maryland.
The FDA and CDC recommended a pause in use of the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine over concerns of rare blood clots. But top White House health officials say there won't be a significant impact on vaccination efforts.
We have more than enough supply of Pfizer and Moderna vaccines to continue the current pace of about 3 million shots per day.
Officials say there have been 6 reported cases of blood clots out of more than 6.8 million doses delivered. 1 woman has died. All 6 cases occurred in women between the ages of 18 and 48, and their symptoms developed 6 to 13 days after receiving the vaccination.
This is a really rare event if you look at what we know so far.
Federal health officials say those who've received the vaccine recently should seek medical attention if they develop any of these symptoms. They also warn using the drug heparin to treat the rare blood clot could be dangerous. The CDC will hold an advisory committee meeting on Wednesday to discuss the 6 cases and next steps. Meanwhile, Johnson & Johnson released a statement saying that there is no clear relationship between these rare events and the vaccine. The J&J pause also dominated Tuesday's weekly White House COVID response team conference call with state governors.
My hope would be that this is something that is a little bit of a speed bump.
Top administration health officials say the pause could last anywhere from days to weeks. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Silver Spring, Maryland.
2 vaccine clinics at Alcona Health Center in Alpena that planned on giving the Johnson & Johnson vaccine this week have been canceled.
District Health Department number 4 is hosting rapid COVID tests and walk-in vaccinations over the next 2 weeks. Moderna vaccines are available on Thursday, April 15th at the Alpena Mall from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and on Friday in Millersburg. Rapid COVID tests are available on Friday from 12 to 6 at the Hillman Community Center and on Saturday at the Alpena Fairgrounds Merchants Building. Pfizer vaccines are available in limited quantity on Monday at Alpena Community College. And we also have this story posted on our website.
Here's meteorologist Ellie Morrison with a first check of the weather. Ellie, what's going on today?
Tyler, we're seeing gray skies, but not a whole lot in the way of any showers. And at least you can see the 2nd Avenue Bridge on this shot. Yesterday it was all obscured by fog. The temperature quite warm at 58 degrees, cloudy skies, and a light breeze coming out of the north. And there were just a couple of sprinkles out there over eastern parts of Alpena County, also into the northeast corner of Alcona County, but otherwise not a whole lot going on across the region for tonight. But then tomorrow, our chances of showers are going to increase, and we'll see some on and off scattered showers throughout much of the day tomorrow, along with colder temperatures. And with those colder temperatures, I'll let you know where in northern Michigan there could be a few snowflakes tomorrow night coming up later in the newscast.
Not the words you want to hear in mid-April. No. Alcona Community Schools is extending their remote learning plan. Superintendent Dan O'Connor says there are additional confirmed COVID-19 cases since moving to remote learning last week. Students will continue working remotely until April 21st. O'Connor says this transition is the safest option for students, staff, and families right now.
The students, the continued transitions to remote and back, and, the quarantines have just really hard on the kids at this point.
ACS will continue to work with District Health Department number 2 for any contact tracing. O'Connor says the district will proceed with extracurricular programming, including sports practices as currently planned.
As coronavirus cases continue to rise locally and around the state, Mid-Michigan Medical Center Alpena has implemented visitor restrictions. The restrictions will begin Wednesday, April 14th, and will be in effect until further notice. During this time, one healthy support person will be allowed to be with a pediatric patient for those in critical condition. The Women's Health Unit is allowing one doula. Support persons for the emergency department and surgery patients will be asked to wait in their cars. Mid-Michigan Health hosts a COVID-19 informational hotline. More details on visitor restrictions can be found on our website. Recent data shows that Michigan has lost over 300,000 jobs since the start of the pandemic a year ago.
Michigan Works has job fairs across Northeast Michigan this month, and they're making it safer to find your next employer. Michigan Works has 3 pop-up drop-off job fairs in Northeast Michigan in April and 1 in May. The drop-off job fair allows job seekers to get their resumes to employers without leaving their cars.
They can check off which jobs they want to apply to. They'll just provide us with one resume, and then we will make all the copies necessary and then give those to the employers that are looking to hire.
A job fair will be held in Mackinac City this Saturday, April 17th, followed by one at the Alpena Michigan Works Center on Wednesday, April 28th, and on April 29th in Grayling, and one in Gaylord on May 18th. A list of job opportunities is available for printout and on-site, and job seekers just need that and their resume to connect with employers.
If job seekers do not have a resume prepared, they can call our office and get assistance with creating that resume.
For more information on these job fairs, you can find a link to this story on our website.
Nice.
Yeah, very.
Alpena's old Catholic Central High School is now gone. Demolition crews have begun to work on getting rid of the main building and renovating the old gymnasium. Local health and human services staff will be moving into the new building, and the gymnasium will soon hold the Alpena Boys and Girls Club. Developer Bruce Dietz says that people stop by often to show him where their old classrooms were and walk down memory lane. Workers also found a time capsule, which is now in the hands of Besser Museum. We'll have more on that story later this week.
I'm excited to find out what's in that capsule. Attorney General Dana Nessel is virtually coming to Alpena this week. The Alpena County Democratic Party is hosting a virtual meet and greet and question hour with Nessel on Thursday, April 15th at 5:30 p.m. The meeting will be over Zoom, and those interested can email the Alpena Democratic Party for access to the meeting. We will have more information on how to register for the meeting on our website. The Federal Emergency Management Agency is reimbursing individuals and households for COVID-19 related funeral expenses. FEMA began accepting applications on Monday for its funeral assistance program. Anyone who incurred COVID-related funeral expenses after January 20th, 2020 can apply. FEMA says assistance is limited to $9,000 per funeral. We'll have more information on how to apply for funeral assistance on our website.
True North Radio Network announced the return of their summer concert series Monday. The series this year features a number of musical groups, starting with community favorite The Persuasion Band on June 19th. True North had to skip their annual tradition in 2020 to comply with coronavirus restrictions and keep the community safe. Max, one of the personalities at True North, says more safety measures may be added if the virus situation worsens.
If we're not all hugging and holding hands, we should be able to keep everybody safe. But if things change and we have to either alter dates or cancel outright, of course we're going to keep the safety of the community in the forefront of our mind all the time.
However, Max adds that she and the rest of the crew remain optimistic.
That's good.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to that.
Me too. More news ahead for you here on WBKB. Coming up, April is National Volunteer Month. We introduce you to a longtime volunteer at Mid-Michigan Health, and meteorologist Ellie Morrison has your 7-day forecast. Stay tuned.